Hey guys!
Alright guys, we're here on Monday to do one of our famous Monday doubleheaders, starting off with a band that reached out to us. The name of the band is Inhuman Architects, and the name of the song, check this out, Interplanetary Suffering. Badass name.
Badass name.
Badass name. When I thought about interplanetary suffering, I thought of myself in a suit, in one of those onesies, traveling through space with a bad case of the diarrheas, because that would be interplanetary suffering at the highest.
I thought it'd be on Creation.
You're a little bit more classy than I am. I just figured, like, imagine you're wearing that suit and you fart in it.
Oh.
There's no air circulating, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna be smelling your own fart. It's like every and the more you move, the air, you're pumping the air up, right? So you're like, oh, that was horrible. Oh, it's really have you ever noticed that? When you fart and you smell it, you always take another sniff after just to make sure it's really bad? Am I the only one that does that?
I think so.
I always do that. I always give the first sniff. Oh, that was horrible. Oh, that's really horrible. I always give the second one just to confirm it. Am I the only guy that... You don't do that?
I don't do that, no.
Wow.
Fuck, so probably you would enjoy having your fart in the...
No, I wouldn't, but I would definitely give it 2 sniffs.
2 sniffs, and then the third sniff would be like, okay, too much.
No, the third sniff I would puke into the screen, and then the puke would circulate inside with the fart smell.
The puke also has 0 gravity, so now it's just kind of floating there, and you see your lunch.
And I'm kind of like dodging
it, yeah.
Oh, God.
Like dick dodging.
See, that if there's ever a dick dodging in space, that would be it. No, that would be truly interplanetary suffering.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, are you ready for this? Are you ready to check out this band?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. He's gonna get abducted. He's gonna get abducted. Yeah! Oh, are they gonna anal probe him? back in the car. Is he? Naked with a gag ball. Oh, that would be epic. He's face down, so probably some anal probing did take place. I mean, at the end of the day, what was he doing in the middle of nowhere?
You're right. I mean, at that point, you're just asking to get anal probed.
I mean, if you're driving into the middle of nowhere, you're kind of asking for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it happens to you, just think about it. It's science.
It's the perfect soundtrack to be anal probed too.
It's.
Am I wrong?
I don't know what you mean by that. I don't even know what you mean by that.
It's so intense, and I think anal probing.
Is that what you want when you're getting anal probed?
No,
I mean, I don't want to get anal probed.
I don't want to
period.
get anal probed. But I'm saying it's the perfect soundtrack to getting anal. It has the same intensity as getting anal.
You're assuming.
I'm assuming getting anal probed is
Listen,
pretty
I've
intense.
never been anal probed. The closest I've ever been to that is I went to get my prostate checked.
Oh, okay.
And as the dude was checking it, as he has his fingers in there, he's asking me about the Maple Leafs. I don't want to talk about hockey when you have your fingers in my ass. Like, what kind of foreplay is that? I was like crouching down, hidden tiger, you know what I mean? And the fucking doctor asked me, "Hey, what about those Maple Leafs, huh?" I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Is this your way of making things better? Like making me feel more comfortable? Do you know that the Maple Leafs absolutely suck?
Yeah.
Like
Just like how this experience is.
exactly. If anything, that's gonna make me even more tense. You know, talk about something more pleasant, like ice cream.
Or bring a brother to dinner first.
Jesus Christ! Like I don't know what is more memorable about that experience. The guy talking about the Maple Leafs or himself sticking his fingers in me. I don't know. I've never went back for a checkup, by the way, since then, because I'm like I don't know. Like, what's next?
I never want to get.
You have to. Once you reach a certain age, you should get a checkup every 5 years or every 10 years or something like that. I went for that checkup. I think I was 30 or something when I went because I was having some issues. So I went to get checked out and whatever. I haven't gone back since, but I'm due now to go. You should go every so often. That's how they discover if you, like, especially after, I think it's after the age of 40, you're supposed to go on a regular basis in case you develop prostate cancer. That's like early detection process. I mean, I'm waiting for the Leafs to win. So at least the conversation will be a little bit better. Yeah, it will be a little bit better. Or that, or I have to find like a fan of the Raptors. That will make things slightly better. Slightly better.
Slightly.
Or TFC.
That's going to make it even worse.
Well, at least they've won a title, at least.
Yeah.
You know? Like, they don't absolutely suck.
They've won a title in the past 10 years, so...
Yeah, less than 10 years. But I get your point. I mean, the Leafs has been since the 60s?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Anyways, what did you think about the song?
I mean, like I said, it was it was kind of like the...
All right.
Hey, I'm guessing that's how it is to be anal probe. It's probably intense experience.
Wouldn't they drug you? So you don't really feel it or
I
something?
mean, they're aliens, dude. I don't know.
I'm sure they have principles.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened to the Greek guy. He got anal probed, and that's why his hair is like that. Like his hair, like he was so surprised, and it was such an experience.
You went like, what?
Yeah, instead of his hair turning white from being scared, his hair just went up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, moving on from that, can we get into the actual song itself?
I mean, the song is just intense. Very, very intense. But I was loving it, and I was kind of chugging through with the song, and I was enjoying every step of it.
What did you think of the vocals? Because I know there are some vocals. I know you're very picky with your vocals, especially when it comes to this sort of sound. And what did you think?
Yeah, because with this sort of sound, I mean, the guitars and everything were perfect.
The drums were incredibly good.
The drums were absolutely brutal. I can look over it though.
But I thought the vocals. Did you think the vocals at times kind of remind me of Fit for an Autopsy?
Yeah. Yeah.
And not the more squeaking ones, but the heavier
ones.
grunting ones. It kind of had some reminiscence
The
of
thing is,
Fit
I'm
for an
willing to
Autopsy.
look over the parts of the vocals I wasn't a big fan of because I actually.
But to me, I felt like they
fit
the song perfectly.
They fit the song, and that's why. And it's not just that; those deeper, harsher vocals.
Those were.
Then that remind me more of Fit for an Autopsy. I actually really, those are my favorite vocals. Like him switching between those and like the screaming ones. those were my favorite ones, and I think that's why I'm able to.
I really enjoy this track.
Yeah.
I really enjoy this track. Breaking it down, the song, starting off with the vocals. I really felt during those heavier, lower tone vocals, I felt like I was listening at, not through the whole thing, but there was moments I could feel like that fit for an Autopsy style. So I really love that. I really love this. While I'm not necessarily a big fan of the squeaking pigs vocals and whatever, we didn't get that on this, but we almost got there. We didn't.
Tip.
Just the tip. But I actually enjoyed it because I felt like it changed. If the vocals were the same style from beginning to end, I think the song would become a little bit boring.
It would be repetitive.
Yeah, so I actually enjoyed the dynamic of the vocals changing as the song progresses, because it's almost when the song became more violent, the vocals would change with it, and it would fit that extra violence or the extra intensity that the track had. So vocally, I really enjoyed both styles of vocals throughout, because like I said, I didn't feel like they were throwing something and just hoping that would stick. It actually felt like it belonged with the track. It did something for the song. In my opinion, it made the song better, right? The guitar playing on this track, heavy as hell. And then, not only the guitars are heavy, but you add the drums on top of it. I mean, everything about this song is heavy. Just incredible power. And I like the sound. It's a very rich, very thick sound that has weight with it.
Very, very thick sound.
Very thick sound.
Especially coming from the drums, the guitars at some points, and then those heavy vocals.
And you could have a song like this that's heavy, but the guitars perhaps sound a little bit more driven. They sound like they're cutting through. That's not the case. In this song, everything felt heavy, but everything felt like it had bass in it.
Yeah.
That was being dragged down.
Nothing
the vocals...
Felt,
sorry.
Nothing felt out of place.
No, like you had the drums and guitars, the overall sound of the track feels... It's not just sounds heavy, feels heavy. It's like you feel like you're walking through the mud with it. It's like it's substantial. It has volume, it has heaviness. It's thick. It's really thick coming at you, and I love that. And that is what allowed the vocals to go sometimes into that more screaming style vocals, because everything is just so substantially heavy and thick that sometimes you needed something that was a little bit lighter that kind of pushed through. Like it's almost like if you're in a fog and you just need like this light to kind of shine its way through the fog. And I felt that the vocals, when they went more into the screaming vocals, they did that. They shine through that fog of heaviness, just blunt heaviness that this song had. And I loved it. I loved every minute of it. And while I'm not necessarily a huge fan of certain elements, overall, the way the song is put together, I really enjoyed this track. I enjoyed it from the beginning all the way to the end. Just very heavy, very substantial, but I love the quality of the sound. The sound of this track was really well put together. You could hear the drums, you could hear everything, the guitars, vocals, everything was really nicely balanced. So I really enjoyed this track. Really nice song.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
I'm pretty happy with it. Also, the video was kind of weird.
Yeah, but Interplanetary, was it Interplanetary? Yeah, Interplanetary Suffering. So
I mean,
I guess they're traveling from planet to planet, probing people. So it's not like he's traveling through planet to planet, suffering through that travel, right?
That guy, he deserved it though.
Yeah, I think he's one of the guys in the band. He had a hat though when he was playing. I think he was playing guitar. He was one of the guitar players. But overall, I even like the video. I even like the shots in the video. The alien stuff I could have lived with. To be honest with you, it doesn't matter. It didn't,
because the actual shots of the band weren't like they had the fog and everything. I also
to me that was good.
I like the flying V guitar with the green on it.
With the green on it.
Yeah.
I like the shots of the lead singer.
Oh, he was
just like
he was really
brutal,
feeling
like,
it.
Yeah. So I could have lived without the whole alien shenanigans and just the shots of the band playing. To me, that would have been enough. But let's face the facts. For me, this track is a great song, regardless if you're listening to it with a video or without the video. I love this track. This is an incredible song. So really enjoyable. All right, guys. This is not it. There's another video coming right after, so keep refreshing. See you guys.
See ya.